So today I find myself here in the French Quarter with my students in a workshop here in New Orleans, and one of the keys to successful freezing action photographs is, of course, the shutter speed, particularly shutter speeds that are fast enough to freeze action. Well, as I mentioned, we got ourselves here in the French Quarter, and if you've ever been in this part of the country, you know there's no shortage of color. We've got this wonderful, colorful wall. I volunteered to be the subject in this case. I've got a contrasting blue t-shirt on because against this colored yellow, it sets up for a nice, colorful image. But here's my point about shutter speed, and I want to really stress this and make sure you understand and appreciate this. A lot of cameras offer shutter speeds up to 8,000th of a second. And when people think about freezing action, they honestly believe that they need those kinds of speeds to freeze action. And I'm talking about ordinary action. Truth be told, from the late 70s all the way up until we get into these cameras that have an 8,000th of a second, there were many years where the fastest shutter speed was a 500th of a second on film cameras, and then the big day came, oh my gosh, we can go to 1,000th of a second. If you look at all those freezing action pictures taken during that era, you won't have a complaint in the world. And my point is simply this: a 500th of a second is completely adequate for most action stopping images. Now, where's the action stopping images here? We're going to create one. We're going to create the illusion that it's windy. It's like a hurricane, which does happen here, unfortunately, in New Orleans. And I'm hanging onto a pole, I'm being blown away. Take a look and we'll see. You guys ready? 500th of a second. You can shoot this in shutter priority, not a problem. So a 500th of a second or in full manual, the choice is yours. The ISO here, don't overkill. This is classic 100 or 200 ISO. Works just fine. So, are you guys ready? Here we go. I'm going to kick out. You're going to shoot. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Take a look at that photograph on the screen. 500th of a second. Freezes all the action. Sharp as a tack. Nothing too scientific about this. Simple stuff. Stuff we did in the 70s. Stuff we did in the 80s. 500th to 1,000th of a second. Anything faster, it's overkill. You don't need it. Just something I had to share with you because, again, there's a lot of confusion about what shutter speed should I use, and 9 times out of 10, these 4,000th and 8,000th of a second stuff is totally unnecessary. Until next time, this is Bryan Peterson saying, you keep shooting.